Hey, what's up, guys? Today I wanted to make this quick video. I wanted to talk about celery juice, the movement that's actually really going strong right now. Anthony Williams, the gentleman who actually started the movement. I want to talk about, does it work? Is it something that you should really waste your time on? Has it worked for me? There's really some of the arguments behind it, because a lot of stuff is going on right now where people are trying to say that it doesn't work. Some people are discrediting it. Other people are swearing by it, you know. And I have had some experience with celery juice. And, of course, I've had I've had a lot of issues with eczema, topical steroid withdrawal, which the initials is TSW. And I've been doing a lot of focusing on detoxification and really just healing my stomach lining. Really just doing everything different, you know, different than the way that I started. You know, growing up, I've always had eczema, but, you know, things had got pretty rough as I got older, and even the more healthier I tried to become, things weren't always going the way that I planned them to go. So basically, here's my thoughts on this. And firstly, I kind of tell you, I actually, when I came in contact with the celery juice movement or Anthony Williams, it wasn't directly through him. It was through a young lady that I found on YouTube, and then I went to her Instagram page, and she's from the Philippines or somewhere like that, but she was crying. I saw a video of her crying. She was really broke down, and her skin was horrible. Her skin was really messed up, and I could really feel her pain. It was like her pain connected with my pain, because I was going through something at the time, but she was actually going through it a lot worse. I felt, you know, I didn't really know how deep it was, but I know that I seen some pictures of her even being in a wheelchair, and I was like, whoa, you know, but I felt her pain. Because I had been in a place, you know, I feel myself to be mentally strong, so I don't really get to a place of where I would commit suicide or nothing like that. But I did get into a place where it was hard for me to be positive, hard for me to have a good outlook on life, even though I always promote a good outlook on life. And I would always talk the positive talk, but sometimes I would feel this way inside. And so I connected with her. And so when I started looking at her page and looking at some of the things that she was doing, I started finding other people in the community that had went through the same thing. And I had saw how far they come. Like, I'm looking at this beautiful girl, really pretty, nice, glowing skin, excited. And when I saw her on the video, it was a complete opposite. So I'm wondering, how did she get to this place? Because again, I'm in kind of in a dark place myself. And so I reached out to her, and she started talking to me about Anthony Williams, calling him the medical medium and stuff like that. And, you know, the first thing that I thought, you know, just to be honest, I'm thinking like, man, I can't be messing with no medium stuff, you know, people talking about, you know, talking to spirits and all of that stuff. I don't really believe in all that. Well, it wasn't that I really believe in all that stuff, but, you know, I'm someone that live a life according to the biblical scriptures. And even in the biblical scriptures, you see different talk about mediums. You see a lot of different talks about spirits and stuff like that. And so I kind of was hesitant to even look at the information. But when I went further, I kept seeing, you know, all of these people being healed. And I was hearing her talking about angels and things and stuff like that. So, you know, I heard different people say praying to angels and stuff like that. And, you know, I'm a person who's only going to pray to one person. I'm only praying to the Most High God. That's just flat out, you know. And so even though I started looking at some of the information and I started taking some of the information, you know, I didn't see like the information was really like real spiritual information. It was simple steps. It was simple, tangible things like drinking celery juice every day, you know, drinking lemon water every day, you know, heavy fruits and vegetables. You know, he was dropping different nuggets on precise things to do and why things was happening and stuff like that. And I said, really, it was really no harm in this. You know what I mean? Because all the stuff that he's doing is some of the stuff that I was already doing. I had already started to do, because I had already started on my healing journey. And so I started going, and I started listening more. I started listening to stuff that she was saying. Another girl that the community was actually making videos as well, and I started looking at her videos, and I started looking at her pictures, and I saw so much improvement. And, you know, I just really got the sense that, man, you know, they're on to something. You know what I mean? These people aren't lying. I mean, I could feel the hurt in them while they were going through it, and I could see the joy that they were experiencing when they came out on the other side. And so I really just started looking at things more and more. I started opening up my mind and listening more of the things. And, you know, a lot of the things that was being said, like I said, a lot of it was just really confirming things that I had already experienced. But I started doing the celery juice, but for some reason I wasn't very consistent. I had this old juicer, and it would just take a lot of time and a lot of cleanup. And so what I would do is I would store them in mason jars, and when I did it, and I would drink it every day. But, you know, he always talks about how you should do it fresh. And so I was getting some results, some experience, some good experiences from it. But then what happened was I entered a contest that Anthony Williams in the Celery Juice group was having on Instagram, and I won a juicer. And when I got that juicer, it was a lot easier to clean up, and it was a lot quicker for me to do it. I could literally break it down and juice my juice in about 5 to 10 minutes. And so I started doing it every day. And I also started doing the lemon water every day that he suggested. And, you know, I saw results really fast. You know, and I had already been doing celery juice, but again, I was storing it. But just doing it the way that he was saying to do it, it started really, I started seeing things happen a lot faster than it was. Now granted, you know, I've got a clean diet. I've been doing a lot of things right, but I had been doing that for a long time. And so, you know, you could say it could just be the timing or whatever it is, but also when I drink the celery juice and stuff, I really feel good. I feel something happening, you know what I mean? It's not like a magic thing. It's not mystical or anything like that. It's just the fact that you're actually getting some healthy celery juice with the mineral salts and all those different things that goes and breaks and cleans up the cells, or however it works. I don't know. I'm not an expert, you know what I mean? And as far as I'm concerned, when you talk about science, if it's scientifically proven and all of that, I don't care if it is or not. I'm more about results. You see what I'm saying? I mean, I've had so many people tell me so many different things over my 38 years of existence that was absolute nonsense. You know, I've been to doctor after doctor. I've even been to naturopaths and all of that, and I just wasn't getting the results that I wanted. You know what I mean? And so when I started doing this, things started to happen. Again, it's not that I hadn't had any results before, because I had came from a darker place than that, and just switching my diet was good. You know, this cutting out meat was good. You know, those things were good. But now I'm starting to see, and I know over time things happen. But my thing is this, man. If something is working for people, why are you going to sit up here and try to destroy destroy the movement or destroy whatever it is that's what's helping people? Why are you going to try to destroy that? And I take it's a lot of the things, because, you know, buying celery juice is not going to make the big farmer any money. It's not going to help out the doctors. It's not going to do all of those different things. You know what I'm saying? If you're just buying celery juice and drinking it, I don't feel like it's a cure-all. I don't feel like if you drink celery juice, everything is going to be okay. If you drink celery juice and still drink pop and eat horribly, you're probably going to still have the same problems. You know what I'm saying? I think celery juice is just the added bonus, and I think it really does something great for you. But, you know, these people are getting twisted, and they're just making all kind of confusion, and that's the thing that I hate. That's the thing when I hate when it comes to religion. That's when I hate when it comes to everything. People just make things so confused, and people get all jumbled up in their mind, because you start trying to go back and forth instead of stand and being consistent in whatever it is you're doing. And so, you know, if I have to answer the question, do I think celery juice work? I would say absolutely I do. I believe that it has its benefits. I think that it's something that is going to help you on your journey. It's not a cure-all. And I don't even, and Anthony Williams don't even promote it as a cure-all. You know, from what I've heard and what I've read, you know, he's talking about other things too. He's talking about fruits and vegetables. He's talking about wild blueberries. You know, he's talking about pomegranate. He's talking about he breaks down the different things that different fruits do. And the same with Dr. Morris, you know, they're all talking about high fruit, because high fruit is what helps to push the toxins out of your body, to carry those heavy metals and things, and to help you to detox, you know, backing up from meat, at least for a while, you know, at least for a while if you're on a healing journey, you know. So for me, it has helped me tremendously. I mean, you know, I'm gonna put some pictures along with this video just to kind of show you where I was at. You know, I made a little post the other day. I said I went from ashy to classy, and I know a lot of people probably didn't catch that, but that's some old Notorious big lyrics. And I'm blessed. You know, I give all of the honor and the glory to the Most High God, because I believe God made our bodies in such a way that our body heals if we get out of the way of it. You understand? If we get out of the way of it, if we start doing what's right, if we stop being gluttons, if we start having some self-control and things of that sort of, it takes self-control, because you have to start discipline and having some self-control if you're going to be consistent on trying to put the right foods in your body and eliminating all those other things that you're dealing with. Again, when it comes to, you know, praying to angels and stuff, I don't do that. But even in the scriptures, it's not that I'm saying that angels don't help in aiding in your deliverance, because the scriptures even tell you that, you know, that angels fight on your behalf. You understand what I'm saying? And so it's just for me, and what I believe and what I've always believed there's one God, and I believe I pray to that one God. That's who I give my prayers up to. But I think that what he's saying is practical. I think that it's not harming anyone, and for people to attack it, I think it's irresponsible, because you're taking people away from something that's good and could be very beneficial to them, because the numbers don't lie. When you see all these people, go on Instagram and you'll see tons and tons and tons of people that are having success. You see people coming from almost death to function and being happy, because they've started to put those principles into practice, right? They start putting making healthy decisions and doing the right things for their body. And I don't want this video to be too long, so I'm going to cut it off here. But I strongly hope that you don't listen to all this nonsense, and you know, you can heal on your journey if you just use a little discipline and don't get sidetracked on what everybody else is saying. All right? Take care, take charge, and always I say God bless you.